Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Well, it's been a couple of months since I did a live stream, but I thought I'd better do one because quite a bit of info. My health has not been too good, but I do have a doctor now, Dr. Brown. And I'm going to tell you about, I never have a doctor other than the one that delivered me about 97 years ago, and he's long gone. But I got a new doctor, and I'm going to tell you a story about that. We have a death cross, multiple death crosses. I'm going to go through them on these charts with you here. I'll move my mouse around so you know I'm alive. And we're going to go through the death crosses, and we have a very important golden cross so that you don't get depressed that I also want to show you. And I'll explain how a death cross and a golden cross work and all this and that. Let's see here. It says sign into chat. Oh, man. Well, I don't think I'm going to have chat. But anyway, regardless, I don't need chat. Jeff will just talk to me the whole time. Then we're going to talk about pivot points. Currently, we're still searching for a new top pivot point. Our bottom pivot point is 208.60. And I believe that 294.86 may be our top pivot point, which would mean, and I'll probably know by tomorrow or the next day, that we are going to look for a new bottom pivot point. So that's all I know about that. And then we're going to talk white lines. The white lines that are so important, and one of the reasons Grandma does so well, not Grandpa, I'm talking Grandma here. And then towards the end of this live stream, I'm going to tell you a secret that Grandma does that you might want to consider. It's something that Grandma does way better than Grandpa. How she does it, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you how she does it. Okay, so we got going here the 5-minute chart. We made a new high today. We went way down to 271. Back up. I guess we didn't make a new high, but we went back up to 284 something here. Now, as far as white lines, I'm going to get... Well, first off, let's talk death crosses. This right here is a golden cross in the 5-minute. When the 50 moving average, which is the yellow line, crosses the white line, which is the 200 moving average, and it crosses it from the bottom side going up, that is considered a golden cross. Okay, over here we had a death cross in the 5-minute, and it brought us down here. I'm in the 1-hour chart. No wonder I'm crazy. Let me get to the 5-minute. So I want to start from the beginning. Okay, so here in the 5-minute chart, we're under a death cross. Okay. And it took us down here to the 271, a little under 271 area. 270.90 approximately. And there again, the yellow line crosses from the top side through the 200 moving average, and that gives you a death cross. And I'm going to tell you my forecast where this thing is going and what Grandma's actually doing. So let's look at the 15 minutes, see what we got there. In the 15 minute, we are under a death cross, okay? And it hit today. Prior to that, we were under a golden cross. So we, in the 5 minute and the 15 minute, we currently have death crosses. But keep in mind, these are the smaller time frames, and they switch back and forth quite often in the 5 minute and the 15 minute from death to golden. Currently, we're still under a golden cross in the 30 minute. However, when this white line comes up here and the yellow line hits it and goes through it, you'll be in a death cross in that 30 minute, and I anticipate that coming shortly in your near future here. Check out the hourly. We're under a golden cross in the hourly yet. And at some point, this yellow line's going to come down and go through this white line that's ascending. And when it does, you'll be in a death cross. And that's what you're going to get also, in Grandpa's humble opinion. Okay, so on this particular chart, you're still in a golden cross. However, like I say, I believe we topped out up here at 294, 294.86. I think is a real, very strong possibility of being your new top pivot point for the time being. I'm not 100% on that, but from what I'm seeing, that's what I think. This trend line that I've got going right here it's been respecting it quite well. It goes back all the way to where the price was 288.56 and comes down and it's like I say, it bounces up to it, comes right back off of it, and we're virtually doing the same thing right now. This trend line is just beautiful, and it's descending, and we're following it right down the trail. And where are we following it to? Well, we got a white line at 227.50. That's our bottom white line, other than the real old one at $100, down just below $100. That one may never hit, far as I know. But I will tell you that we have literally thousands of these white lines, okay? Right here is one that hasn't hit yet, and it's at the one for tomorrow is 279.13. That's the white line. Now, the white line for today has not hit yet, and that's at 288.27. It did not hit. It started out below it, and we're working our way back up to it. And when we get to it, it's right on our line here, my trend line. Grandma's got shorts all over up here because, of course, Grandma shorted up here along this red trend line because Grandma's smarter than Grandpa. And then she's been buying them back in the 279, 280 area and improving her average and taking some profits and goofing around. But and I'll tell you Grandma's secret here shortly. But so we are currently under a golden cross in this 4 hour. But now we're going to get the higher the time frame, the stronger the signal. Now we're going to look at my beautiful trend line here, how it respects Grandpa's line. Grandpa's finally getting the respect he deserves. And it's not from Grandma. It's from a trend line. Oh boy, Grandpa, you're funny. You got that right. Okay, so what do we got going here? Well, we have a death cross in the daily chart. Extremely strong chart. And what's that mean to Grandpa? That means the 225 area. We got a white line at 227.50. The odds of that white line coming are just a speck under 100% at 227.50. So if you have an opportunity to get out of some shares in the 290, 289, 291 area, and you want to pick up $30, $40, do it. That's Grandpa's humble opinion. If it goes to the moon and you lose all your money, don't blame Grandpa. But that's what Grandma's doing. That's exactly what Grandma's doing. But she has a secret that you don't know about. And I'm going to tell you that secret before we shut this thing down. So we have a death cross here, but I got good news for you guys that are long. If you're long and dreaming about 500 a share, I'll show you where you're going to get it. And why? Now, how far can this daily take us to with this death cross? Well, I'll tell you right now, it can easily take us to 150. But we got to get through the 208.60 is our old bottom pivot point, and we've got major support in the 210, 212 area, 215, 218, 225 area. And I think it's going to stop. I could be wrong. We could go to 150, but I'm anticipating. I'll tell you where I'm anticipating a bounce. We got a bounce at 271 today, and we'll probably bounce at 270 again in the next few days. Below that, and I have a buy in there for some shares because I anticipate a bounce at 250.25 right here. Okay, 250.25. I've got to buy for just a few shares, and Grandma will probably do the same thing when we get there. So then, but only because I'm anticipating being able to pick up $7, whatever, $10, and go short again. Grandma's short. But Grandma's long also. That's one of her secrets. I'll tell you about how she does it. She's got two accounts. But anyway, 250. And then we have a white line down below at 236 also. And then, of course, 227.50. Grandma's going to take most, if not all, her profit at the 227 area. And she'll just absolutely make killing. She makes a killing every day. It's hard just to even be around her because she's so good at this. I don't know what the world. Okay, so now I gotta straighten this chart out. We're on the weekly chart. Here's my little trend line. She looks pretty steep in a weekly. Look at that wick. Just went through Grandpa's trend line. How dare it go through Grandpa's trend line? But it did. Just a little bit. But was Grandpa scared? Just a little scared. Was Grandpa very scared? No, just a little scared. And back down she came. And this is a weekly chart. Each candle is 1 week. Now, we were in a death cross here for just a little bit, and she dropped down to the 172 area. Actually, it dropped lower than that. With that little death cross there, it dropped to 130, let's say 140, 139 something. This death cross right here that looks like nothing dropped us all the way down to, what the world number is that? 130, I wish I wasn't blind, 136.25. I've been battling this for 2 months, this cough I got. Okay, so now we are under a golden cross in the weekly. Why is that important? Well, we went up all the way to, well, we got the golden cross after it went up here. And since then, it's only gone up to 433. Okay. But the reason I'm showing you this is because this we can go all the way down to $200 or even below. We can go back down to 180 and not negate this golden cross. This is a golden cross. The 50 moving average goes through the white line, which is the 200 moving average where I'm moving my mouse, and that gives you a golden cross. Now, why is this important? Because this thing has the potential to take you past 488. It not only can take you past it can take you to the mid 550, 570 area, which is, in Grandpa's opinion, as time goes along here and they stop burning Teslas and keying them, and these people, some of these people get arrested and find out they can't be criminals without consequences that they haven't had forever, and they start behaving themselves, Tesla is going to take off to the moon. Mars, I mean. And so the daily will bring us down to 210, 200, 225, but it's going to bring us down. But the weekly is going to stay in play. And this, until this thing turns into a sell signal, and when Grandma's long in her cash account. Grandma makes money no matter what happens. She's got it figured out where she just makes money all the time. She's got her cash account. She's long in her cash account. She goes short and long in her margin account. Currently, she's short. So when it retraces back up, Grandma says, Am I making money? Absolutely, Grandma. You are making money. Because she is making money. She's making money in her cash account. But when we get both of them running in the same direction, and we'll do that down in the 225 to 210 area, Grandma will load the bus. And where are we going? Well, Grandma wants to sell. We have a white line up above here at, well, let me tell you where some of these white lines are, because they will come. You have 457. Grandma wants to, she'll probably sell a few there just because I talked about it for so long, but I don't believe it's going to stop there for long. 477, 480 area. Grandma's going to unload and make a killing, and then hope for a little dip and rebuy or whatever. It's, trading's reactive, not predictive. And then we have a white line at 408, 389, 380, 332. It's actually 332.50. and 288.27, and I believe we're going to go up, take out that 288.27 possibly, and then head back down and do the 279 below, and then the 256, the 236, and the 227 down below that. The white lines always come 100%, just shy of 100%. You can't ask for any more. So all you got to be able to do is hang on. That's all you got to be able to do. Don't overextend yourself so that you can't hang on. So this trend line has been just awesome for Grandpa, and I show it to Grandma every day, every day. And I got this white line here that I put on at 302 area. That's an important place of resistance that Grandpa knows about. Okay, so let's get back to the 4 hour, and we'll look down here, 227.50. This white line right here has never been hit. Never. Here's where Grandma's going to make her money. Am I in the right one? Oh, no, I'm on 236. I'm sorry. Okay, this is 236. Okay, where's my white line? It's under my green buy deal. There's a white line right here under my deal here. If I light it up, you can see it. There's your 227.25. That's coming, 227.50. And I believe we're going to break through that, go down to 225 or who knows what. But then up above that we have this white line here. Well, we got the one at the 236, and then we have the one at the 256 right here. That one hasn't hit. And most recently, down below, we have the 279, which is going to hit probably tomorrow and get wiped out. So, and then, like I say, up above, we have 288. This must be it here. Yep, it is. Right here. Today's candle has not hit yet at 288.27. And that's right on Grandpa's trend line. Coming up on it. Tomorrow it'll be right on top of it. But yeah, I think we'll go up there, and that's a great place to short in Grandpa's opinion. So how does Grandma make money? Okay, well, first off, Grandma's long in her cash account, and she just stays long. She's waiting for 50. You know, I told her, I said, Grandma, if you sell at $50,000 per share, don't blame Grandpa if a year later Tesla is $100,000 per share, because you know they're making Optimus robot, going to make hundreds of millions of these things. Super margins, going to be far bigger than all of Tesla, everything else that Tesla combined. The battery storage is the fastest growing thing currently. The Megapack battery storages they put out over the country. The list is too long to cover. Research Tesla. There's so much good stuff about Tesla. It's phenomenal. And I like that Elon is doing the government efficiency thing and helping our President Trump. It's a real joy. So Grandma's long in her one account, and she stays long. But when Grandma sees an opportunity along a trend line like this, she goes short because Grandma knows stuff. And we goof around, Grandma goofs around and averages back and forth and picks up $10 worth per share on some of her shares, but she keeps almost all of her shorts anticipating the bottom line because we're dealing with a stock that can move $50 up and $50 down like nothing. And we've been moving sideways for a long time in this stock, whether you know it or not. And she's going to snap like a rubber band. And when it does, when she snaps, look at this sideways movement here. We ain't gone nowhere. And when I say that, we've gone in the from the 218 area to the 290 area for a long time, and it's gonna snap. And when it does, I think we might have got the beginning of the snap today. And when it snaps, we're going to either go up $50 or we're going to go down $50. And Grandpa thinks we're going to go down because we have a white line at 227.50. What's it going to do? Go up to 330? Let's see, what do we got up about? 332.50? It's possible. It's possible it could go up to 332.50, reverse, and come right back down to 227.50. I just think that we're going to go to 227.50 first. Which one? You tell me. And the other thing is, we've been bouncing off this trend line for quite a while. I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart. We've been bouncing off this thing for a long time, going back in time. I can't even get it to show up anymore on my charts hardly. Bang, 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 bang. We've been bouncing off this trend line. Eventually, we're going to break that trend line for real. Just not yet. Just not yet. And I could be wrong. I absolutely could be, but Grandma don't think so. But either way, Grandma will just wait because 227.50 will come. If we go to 332, Grandma will still be short. She'll just have more money in her cash account. Oh, man. Everybody ought to play like Grandma. She don't have no nerve problems because she goes both ways constantly. Okay, so getting about my health here. This winter, I gave up doing live streams because my health is so bad. I had like bronchitis for a whole month. Couldn't even go to church. And it was pretty nasty. Little Gideon, he had it for over 2 months. Everybody, a lot of pneumonia going around and stuff. And so then I finally, but now I'm doing way, way better because of why? I have a doctor now, Dr. Brown. Pastor Dr. Brown. Now, is he a medical doctor? Well, in a way, he's a Bible's genius type guy. He knows about the King James Bible, and so him and his wife Linda came up, and they spent a week at the church, and we had special meetings every night for like 5 days in a row, and boy, was it fun. And he's got all these old antique Bibles, stuff like that, and knows about Greek and Hebrew and all that kind of stuff. And I really enjoyed it, and it was fun getting to know those folks. And he's almost as old as Grandpa. I think he's like 76. Great shape. Just a wonderful couple. Boy, did we have fun with them. You like Grandpa's crazy stories, and somebody warned him about me in advance, I guess, so he wasn't in too much shock. I had his, I better not tell all those crazy stories, but yeah, so we got to learn about the different versions of the Bible, and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and so if you check out Dr. Brown, I believe he's out of Wisconsin, and type in something to do with King James Bible, he's got seminars and stuff on there. Really interesting, extremely interesting. And Grandpa needs a doctor. I don't know. I don't think Grandma's too excited about me having a doctor because I got a lot of life insurance, so I don't know how that's going. She's taking a nap right now. Okay, so we've had some very sad events take place here in the last few weeks. A good friend of mine, Jim Gustafson from Minnesota, passed away. Lifelong friend, good Christian man. Just one too many back operations, and a wonderful family, and we pray for Brenda and the kids, and and then Pastor Kirkendall from North Carolina passed away here, only 50-something years old, and that was Virgil's pastor when he was in Bible college in Latimer, North Carolina. And so we lost Pastor Kirkendall, and just good, both these guys, good, godly men. And so this gets to eternity. And Grandpa always says this at the end of each live stream. Think about eternity once in a while. Think about eternity once in a while. And because Grandpa does. That's all I know about that. Hey, good luck, and try to be more like Grandma. Grandma's happy. Grandma's always happy. I'll tell you what. You'd think that I could at least do close to as good as Grandma does. She takes all her advice from me. And then she takes a nap, and it still works out when she's taking a nap. It's unbelievable how she trades. I wish I could trade like Grandma. But I've come to the conclusion I'll never be that good. Okay, remember, think about eternity. That's what's important. We're like a vapor. You you blow your breath out in the cold air, and it disappears. That's our life. It's quick. Eternity's forever. And you don't know whether you got tomorrow or not, or even 5 minutes. And so there. But in the meantime, have fun with Tesla. And if you're going to die anyway, you might as well enjoy yourself and buy some Tesla shares. See you later. Bye-bye.